exist, no one to blame. Sometimes I can't understand how it can be so hard to stay out of pain. But with you everything has changed, even though we won't stay the same. Close to violet on a Sunday, nearly made it into blue. But I know, oh, the ordinary Monday turning back to blue. Long for what's to come, keep forgetting how to make it known before it's already gone.
Full of post-its in the ceiling, things I like to follow through, but I hold on.
now feels like sunlight spilling through the blinds. I don't know if I'll reach it, maybe I won't mind. I keep returning, tracing steps I left behind, as if the past could teach me what I'd like to find. The morning moves in color soft across the floor. I try to hold the moments, learning more and more. The lightest touch from you is all I can afford, and hope that what I give is something you can adore. And all this time I wonder, am I getting closer to you, getting closer to you? After all this time, have you made up your mind? Somehow I noticed you with your back against the wall, broken hearted from before. I see it in your eyes. Somehow I longed for you at the start of something new. Was it just a light I knew from way before? Oh, why am I running from the light? Oh, why am I starting every fight? Oh, I wanna make it alright. Oh, why can you make it through the night? Somehow you pulled me in without saying